Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be installing the first performance upgrade to the Ford Maverick, and that's going to be the K&N Cold Air Intake. This is actually my second time filming this video. I lost all my footage from the first time I filmed. So if you notice anything is already pre-installed and I didn't show you, my apologies. Hopefully it won't happen again. Now to start everything off, we're just going to pop these two clips out and take off this air dam, which is right here. And that's going to include this piece, which we are not going to reinstall, but we will reinstall this whole section here. And then you're just going to pull up on this piece till it pops out. Just a side note, I've installed a catch can on mine, so I've replaced this connector and this one. They normally connected to each other, so this may look a little different than yours. And if you're planning on installing a catch can and the cold air intake, I would highly suggest doing the cold air intake first, because they send you the clips, and the clips from the factory are non-serviceable. So if you try to take them off, they will break and you will not be able to reuse them. But KC sends you reusable ones, so you don't have to worry about that. Now that that's out of the way, the clips I bought just have a little tab that you push in and it will slide right off. This next clip is a little different. I've never actually seen this kind of clip. So you're gonna pull this back yellow piece off, then you're gonna push the front yellow piece down and then pull out. Next one next to it is just gonna be a button on either side that you'll have to depress and pull out. Then I've already taken this off, but your sensor here, and then you've got just a regular electrical clip that you can take off. For this electrical clip, you're just going to depress on the top and then pull it straight out. And then there was a little pin here that held the wire in place, but I cut that off from the previous video. And then this clip down here, you're just going to pull it off and let that wire hang just for now. After disconnecting everything, you're going to loosen the worm gear here, and then these two bolts, which are 13 millimeters. And this clamp back here on the hose, you're gonna have to pinch the two tabs together, if you can see, and then slide the ring back and off of the plastic piece that it's sitting on the intake. Now that we have everything disconnected, we'll just slide this piece off here and then pull straight up on the box, and it just sits in these rubber grommets, so it will come right up. And those pins right there are what go into these rubber grommets, which we will use the same mounting method for the new cold air intake. Now with the air box off, we're just going to take off this intake pipe. So we'll just have to pull it off here. May be hard to do with one hand. Let me set you down. Now with the air dam off, we will have to take off this front piece that swoops down. And you just have to depress these pins on both sides and slide it off. This is the new filter box. You will have to cut and install the weather stripping all around it. It's 32 inches and then a 12-inch piece, and then down here a 6-inch piece. You also have to install this, which is what your air filter is going to connect to, and that just has 2 screws on the back. Pretty easy to install that, and then the little feet here that are going to recess into the rubber grommets that were back here, and one right there. Now to install the airbox, you're going to use these pegs and you're going to recess them into the grommets and push them in. And that's it for installing the airbox. Now with the airbox installed, we're going to install the 2 couplings for the new intake pipe. One on this side and one on the other. Now they are different sizes, The larger one is going to come on this side of the intake, and then the smaller one over there. Now this is the new intake pipe right next to the old, just so you can kind of get an idea of where everything's going to go. The hose that was from the turbo comes right here. There it is on the new. The PCV system hookup is going to be here and here. This fork will be installed with a rubber grommet just in this hole. And then this plug is going to go right there. And then this electrical plug will be right here fitted with a grommet, so it will stay in there. I'm going to take off this plug, and you just got to press the buttons on either side and just pull it on off. And then it's just a push connect on the new one. Now to remove this electrical plug, there's normally a plastic arm that comes out and it hangs up on this rising ramp, if you want to call it that. And so you're gonna have to lift it over. Mine broke, so that's why it's not there. You're gonna lift it over and then you're gonna grab the plug and rotate it to the right. Now after you turn it, you're just gonna pull it straight out. Normally it will have a O-ring right in that recess, but you need to take it off in order to put the rubber grommet on. Alright, so for installing the rubber grommet, you're going to make it flush so that you can see the entire sensor. And then we're going to put it in here and then walk the edges in around the rubber grommet. Alright, now the plug is in, and make sure that the sensor, you can actually see it so that it measures the air correctly. Next thing we're doing is just putting the rubber grommet on this fork. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start it and then use your screwdriver to push in the edges until you walk that grommet in. Now this is what the end product should look like. And then we could throw it up right now. I have almost everything hooked back up. So the hose back here is now secured, and then the 3 hoses here. I do need to tighten the worm gears still. And then for this electrical plug, the wire no longer reaches, but K&N does include a extension, so you just have to plug that in. Alright, we're almost done. All we have left is to put in these 2 bolts, put the filter on, and then put the air dam back on, and then we'll be all finished. Of course, you gotta make sure your K&N logo's up. Okay, everything's back together, and man, does it look good. Now this does change the noise of your engine. It makes it sound a little more aggressive, so if that's not your style, this is probably something you don't want to install. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there's something you want to see, let me know in the comments below, and let me know if I'm doing anything that maybe bugs you, or maybe something I could be doing better. That's the only way I will change, is if you let me know. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next one.